So the young people you talked about, you call them Gen Z? Well, why did you go to Z before you went to Gen Zero? I mean, the last resort, maybe. Is that what it means? I'm just guessing. Still, they are an expression that something is amiss. It may not even mean that they are always right. You see? But I would rather than, for those of us who are still around and don't want to be overthrown, we may need to find a way of making these young people responsible also, so that they feel they are part of, and therefore no need to overthrow. You see what I mean? Because there are so many, they can't also be operating recklessly, collectively. Maybe some hot heads among them can mobilize others, but still to move the whole mass to do something. So before they do that, it's our responsibility maybe to do something so that they have no need to do that. Because where does it end up anyway? I haven't heard, except in a very distant place, but also differently. I haven't had any of these ones go through that process and becomes the leader. So they always end somehow, maybe for another year, for another term, okay? There is a way to do things and to have a conversation in a manner that they become part of. And they become part of, if a country, because countries have problems, mine has problems. And people necessarily do not get everything they want, because there are real problems that people say, this country, if I use my example, wouldn't have everything as they wish to have it. But it is my duty, and for those other leaders of this country, to be out there transparently explaining to people why there are these problems, and show the effort you are making, and also that it involves them to try and deal with this problem. If somebody has a problem they understand, they won't be violent. They'll even be more sympathetic. They'll be a bit sympathetic because they know somebody, let's say you may say you want a road there. People may say, I want to see a road 100 kilometers from here to there. Tarmac road. But if I go to them, I say, you know what? I'm really trying to put this road because I also think it should be there. But the resources we have, the envelope, so small that we have to split it in so many things, hospitals, schools, this and that. So I'm still falling short of the budget to take care of these roads. So please bear with me. And then I will also tell them, we see in our tax revenues, we are trying to get money from, but you're also not paying up. You are dodging taxes, you are doing this. So please, if you have, I'll make sure that your money, we'll find a way to making this road. Or, you see, they were used to having these powerful people, the donors, giving money, and they'll tell them, you know what, they no longer give the money. You were used, you were spoiled that these people would provide money, but they are no longer showing up. Maybe they all have their own roads to build too, and the money is falling short. So, and say, but bear with me, but let's be together. So if you are transparent, and they understand, they don't have that thing because it's not your problem. It's not somebody who got the money and took it in corruption or something. Why would anybody get angry with me if I have explained like that? But if they suspect, no, but you're not sure, you're not taking your money, this money for yourself, they will not be sympathetic. They may even tear me eyes and laugh and clap and like they have listened to me, but in their hearts, they are keeping a grudge with me. Yes. So one day they will show up on the street. If it's the road, it's a hospital, it's this, it's that, and then later on they get news about this man who is not, he's building a castle in Paris or in Brussels or in New York. They will come for your throat. Yes, they will, it becomes only a matter of time. They'll come for, they'll come at you and you'll face it. So, but for the coups, for me, I summarize what I've said before. In a way, maybe, there are good coups and bad coups. There might be a coup by somebody who got high-handed and high anyway, just not handed, but high, and became reckless and thought because he has a gun he will go and take power. That's a bad coup. But if somebody, a group of people say, no, enough is enough. These guys have been telling us lies. They've been doing this. They're enriching themselves. They are cheating us. We can't have it anymore. It's stinking. And they go for whatever form they do it. I think I'm okay with it. I know it'll be misunderstood, but I'm happy to taking the risk. I'm okay with that. But not entirely okay until I see that somebody who did that, or people who did that, and they were sick and tired, and that was justification, until they are seen to be making a difference, then I'll be, I feel settled in my mind. But if you come and do the very things you overthrew people for, then why did you carry out the coup? I will just say, no, this one deserves another coup or should go to jail. Yes. Now, here is another tricky part there. You see, there are these coups, people really have a knee-jerk reaction about coups. It's a coup, everybody, that one should face the barrel of the gun. Let's now, before the coups, talk about that situation. If you have a constitutional government led by civilians, and they are killing their own people, they are mismanaging everything, they are taking all the resources of the country for themselves and taking it outside and literally destroying the countries they lead. And then there comes an election after 4 or 5 years or whatever. You know what happens? People should also get tired of this. If you have that record, if you have that history, should it be automatic that you should continue just because you are a civilian and even when you cheat elections? Do you get it? Because it has almost become automatic that if you are there, you are sure of winning the next election. Okay? Even when you are doing all these terrible things to your own people. So, is it justified to say, yes, this one, even to say at least what? At least he's a civilian, or at least he kills few people, or fewer people, or what? Do you really, can that be a justification? Now, when I'm saying that, there should therefore be a mechanism, maybe at the African Union level, to also hold the people, the civilians, who are messing up their countries and who are cheating elections every other day, and they keep going just because they are civilians and just because they are. But the Constitution does not provide for you to cheat the elections, does it? Again, there's a funny example in our neighborhood. This Congo we are struggling with, we are talking about. This man who raises the whole world and causes all kinds of troubles. When was he elected? No, you seriously, you here, tell me when. First time? The second time? No, you are silent, but you should be giving, you must be knowing something. But the first time, he was just handed over by his friend. Somebody should have had won. This is public knowledge. In this one, there was a smoke screen here about election. But elections did not happen. In fact, you are likely to have a third one. It's coming. There's another third time it's coming back under the same fraudulent thing. But when you see these people who talk about democracy, about everything, and it's like they're the first to send messages, thank you very much, congratulations, and even when they are privy to this information, they know it. Sometimes maybe they even encourage them to do it. They give them a call in the evening and say, you know, please, by the way, I have a company that is looking for cobalt. Are you aware of that? You know, company X that is, can you give them, what do they call it? Concessions. Can you give them? He says, yeah, of course I do, okay. That is a deal. A deal for cobalt, a deal for winning elections, even if nothing happens. or to win even when he has lost. I mean, you must be aware of these things and how they go. So you can crucify me for my crimes, but when it comes to you, as I also said, I talk about it. So why this world we are in, it's not playing ping pong. It's just because at the same time we are talking about lives of people, right?